Bob Marley One Love hits theaters this weekend. Should you go see it? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to Behind the Kernel. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic this President's Day. This weekend I went to go see the Bob Marley One Love movie. And I will admit, I'm not a massive fan of Bob Marley. I really don't know a lot of his music. But I went to go see this movie anyway because I wanted to learn a lot more about Bob Marley and just kind of who he was as a person. So right before I dive into this review here, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, letting me know that you enjoy these reviews and reactions, and just all things movies. If not, I'm just glad you're here anyway, and let's dive into Bob Marley One Love. So the plot for these biopics that we usually get are usually pretty simple in just the fact that they go throughout the person's life of the person that the biopic is about. And for this one, it literally just goes through Bob Marley's life as he tries to make peace with his country as they are currently kind of in a civil war. And that's honestly the basic premise of the movie, alongside him making his music and just kind of him living his life and seeing what his life was about. The first big thing I want to get out of the way is that Kingsley Ben-Air and Lashana Lynch deliver some of the best performances of the year here. I know we're only in February and it's a little early to be talking about next year's Oscars, but I genuinely think that these were some of the best performances acting-wise I've seen so far this year. So I want to dive into just one of the things that I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it leaving the theater. I've had a kind of a little bit to gather my thoughts on it, but when I went to go see this, you know, a lot of biopics sometimes can hit those waves where it's like there's a lot of specific moments that happen in a person's life, and the movies will kind of like try to get you from point A to point B to keep you engaged. I definitely know that there were moments in this movie that they were trying to get you from, but I felt like a lot of the in-between stuff just was really bland. It felt just not like I kind of kept like looking over like, you know, when are we getting to this part, or when is, you know, the next, like, I don't know. Usually I don't get bored like that in movies, but I just kind of felt like there were a lot of slow moments. The biggest thing here is that I felt like there was a lot missing from this movie. Like, a lot of the stuff that they showed was Bob Marley was already established as a singer and coming out with his album Exodus and stuff like that. I would have loved to see a lot more. They did cut back like one or two times to his early years, but I would have liked to see a lot more of like him as a child, or just like becoming a musician for the first time and things of that nature. I think that would have been really cool to show off. I think one of my favorite things about the movie was just how they implemented a lot of his music into the film, whether it was through those classic montages that we always see, or it was like in some concert, or it would like fade into something in a really like deep and emotional moment. I thought a lot of the ways that they did that was really creative and just, it worked. I do want to quickly mention, I really thought it was like, just, I don't know, the way it was filmed, when the intruders come into Bob Marley's house and attempt to kill him and his wife and pretty much everyone in the house, essentially. The way that scene, there's a scene where he goes back to Jamaica, to the house, and he sees the bullet holes, and he says, you know, how am I supposed to give peace if I can't even give peace for myself? And that's just, I don't know, that line was like, it came out of nowhere, but it was a really good line. I really enjoyed that, actually. Like I kind of emphasized earlier, I enjoyed, so this movie just has a lot of, honestly, high highs with great moments and great like character moments with creating his music, or just like really intense moments like when his family was almost killed, or when he like punches his one promoter, or just all these really intense scenes, right? Or like, you know, just when he's being emotional. But there's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's like an hour 45-minute movie. There's gonna be moments where there's not a lot going on, and a lot of times that doesn't really bother me, but I don't know, just there was a lot, I just noticed it a lot when I was watching this, of just emptiness and things that I personally didn't really care all that much about. And I kind of wish that we had gotten a little bit more of meaningful moments in there. But overall, I thought it was decent. I believe I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. If you guys want to go check out that review, I'll probably leave a link in the description like I always do. But if you are a fan of Bob Marley, again, going into this, I always knew who he was. I wasn't like a massive fan of him. I don't listen much to his music, but I've heard a few of his songs, and I had a good time with it. I overall enjoyed it, you know. But I think if you're a Bob Marley fan, you would probably enjoy it a little bit more than I did. So definitely, definitely go see this and form your own opinion, as I always say. So stay tuned for more movie reviews and trailer reactions coming your way soon. Till next time, guys. Peace.